Welcome back, all you space lovers. It's craziness of the internet here, and we are back again with a fast little informational video here in EVE Online. Now, you guys do know me as a player that heavily advocates towards earning your assets in-game and grinding out the ISK and never really paying real-life money, but there is those players that do not have the time to do that and do need to use real-world money to be able to play the game at high level. So whichever type of player that you are, whether you have to use real-world assets or you do grind your assets in-game, or maybe you do have a massive ISK pile on standby just from grinding over the years, then you guys do have to note and take advantage of these excellent sales when they do pop up, as this one right here is truly one of the best sales that I have seen coming from CCP in quite some time. And what I mean by this, you guys, is that you can actually use this percentage against these starter packs, allowing yourself to Omega for 3 months and actually gain ISK along the way. I'll break that down for you guys right now. So understanding that I am an in-game asset player, meaning that I do not use real-world assets, i.e. cash, to buy my in-game plex. There is nothing wrong with that, as some people do not have the time to grind. So I am going to use in-game assets and purchase it this way, and I'm going to show you guys that by doing it this way, you do recover 60% plus your assets, and then Omega your account for 90 days on top of that. Okay, so you guys can see right here that I am entering the new Eden store, and you can see the packs right there. Now, you do need to have 1300 plex to be able to get this pack. If you guys see right here, we scroll down, you can see the other packs, but right here is the most important one. Now, when you do purchase this starter pack, you will be able to Omega your account for 90 days, and you will be given multiple skins. If I scroll down on the platform, you guys can see the skins and things right here, but the main thing that we are after are the skill extractors. Now, each one of these does sell for around 500 million ISK, and when you do get this pack, they do grant you 10 of them. So right there is about 60+% of your assets recuperated. All right, so I'm going to spend my 1300 plex purchasing this now, and then I'm going to get into the next process with you guys. Now that the purchase order is complete, here you will see the assets that they do provide to you guys, and we can see that we do get a bunch of skins right there quickly on the bottom. So let me just get out of this program, get back into the game. So you can see right now that I do get my 90 days of Omega, which is 3 months granted to me, plus all of those assets. Now, do remember, you guys, that the reason why you want to use this pack is that you do get 60+% of your assets given back to you, plus these skill points and skins on top of that. If you are the type of player that does collect the skins in the game, then this is a fast way that you can add some of them to your collection as well. We mainly are here for the skill extractors. You could use them, but I myself am going to sell them and recuperate some of my assets already spent. So if you're new to EVE Online, on redeeming your items, make sure that you hold control down and click on the ones that you want to select multiple, and then just click the redeem to current station to make sure that it does go to exactly what station you currently are in. Now that I have redeemed my items, you can see that they are here in my item hanger in the station. If you do look over at my wallet, you can see that currently I do not have any ISK, but truly what we are after here is not just the ability to get some of these hard sought after skins, but we truly are after the recuperation of our losses from the skill extractors. Now, if we do move this skill extractor down here, you guys can see that if I do fast sell it, I will recuperate plus 60% of my losses from the plex that I did sell. As you guys can look at the market here, and you can notice that each one of them does fast sell for around 500 million ISK. So I am going to sell them and recuperate some of my losses, which in the end means that each month of my Omega was only around 1 billion ISK, maybe a little less, which makes it super profitable to be able to Omega your account this way. Now, if you are a cash player, there also is something very important for you to pay attention to as well. So if you are that type of player that does not have the time in life to be able to spend hours upon hours grinding ISK or assets in game, and you do get busy at times, but you are able to spend your real world assets to be able to keep up in game, then you can see the package sales right here on the right. Now, it is very important to note the platinum starter pack sale, as it is 35% off. Now, why I am so keen at reporting this to you guys and letting you guys know about this sale is that if you scroll down right here, you can see something that is not available in the pack when you do purchase it with in-game Plex. But if you do purchase this pack right here with real-world assets, you do get 800 Plex on top of your purchase. And then if you do scroll down a little bit, you can also see that you also on top of that do get the 10 skill extractors as well. And if you do continue to scroll down, you can also see that you, yes, will get the legendary skins on top of that sometimes are hard to acquire. So if you do take these skill extractors and you do sell them on the open market and combine that with the 800 Plex that is given to you on top of purchasing these assets with real world assets, and do remember you guys, you can't get the 800 Plex if you do purchase this with in-game assets. So if you do sell the extractors and the Plex itself for in-game ISK, you end up with an incredible 9,884,000,000 ISK, which in the end means you truly did make ISK on the purchase, and you got to 90-day Omega your account pretty much for free when it does come to the value of in-game assets to real-world assets. And also do remind yourself, you guys, when it does come to real world assets versus in-game assets, that these are for entertainment purposes only, and that you should never spend what you can't afford to lose if you are that type of player. Remember, you guys, I do encourage you to get out there and earn your assets in-game, as it is actually very easy to do it. And you could do it as a group even faster, because remember, you guys, in EVE Online, it is a social sandbox game, and it is about
Mic check, test, test. Mic check. How's it going, you little space cadets? It's all good, Anarchy. Have a good one. Oh, sweet. Alright, Mike's perfect then. Right now I am in a Caldari assault frigate. I do have lots of ships on standby. I never do use my amulet pod, which is like, if you guys are new to the game, it basically gives me a hit point bonus. And if you guys do not, if you guys play EVE Online and you hear those players that tell you not to use implants or pods and things like that, don't listen to them. They're fucking stupid. In EVE Online, it's just like every other MMO or action RPG. The implants in this game that you put in your pod are no different than blacksmith items that buff your gear in any other MMO, or no different than socketed items in an action RPG. You wouldn't not fucking buff your shit in those games, so why wouldn't you buff it in these? But anyways, long story short, is I usually fly around in my pods in a shuttle trying to die, and then I give rewards to people. You guys, the community is so hateful and so toxic with themselves and each other, and it's pretty sad to see, and everyone's just arguing with everyone, and it's full on depression. Everywhere I go and everyone I interact with are like fully fucked up and depressed. I am 100% not in that way, but seeing it is like fucking funny to watch, but sad to see, you know what I mean? And sad to film along the way. What I mean by that, you guys, is I couldn't even give, when I sat in a shuttle in my pod waiting to die, I couldn't even give the fucking guy legendary skins that are worth billions of ISK. He wouldn't take it. He kept arguing with me because I was trying to open the conversation to give him billions and billions of ISK. Like I have some super rare skins. One of them's worth like 7 bill. I was gonna give it to the guy just for taking the balls to be able to shoot the pod. Because I've sat here, you guys, like I've literally sat on a gate before for days in a pod that's fully implanted, not trying to fight or anything. I'm literally sitting there trying to die. So that the first person that kills me, I just give them blueprints or some kind of fucking reward for actually having the balls to shoot their weapon. This guy wouldn't even let me give him like 10 billion ISK. I was gonna give him 3 or 4 skins or something, and then the skins from that pack too. So it equivalents to like retarded amounts of money, but he just wouldn't do it. I did get some incredible fights off stream, and when I was doing a roaming yesterday while doing some real life stuff, but this on the side. There's some 5-man groups in here. I went about 42 kills and I think 1 or 2 losses. Yeah, salt mining. Alright, there's nobody there. I'm gonna keep warping. Alright, there's a catalyst here. Alright, there is a catalyst in here. But you guys, I am an assault frigate, but in the end, I still am just a frigate, and a destroyer's main role, truly, even if he didn't jump, is to hunt and destroy frigates. So if you guys are in destroyers and you are set properly, remember to never truly be afraid of the frigate. Yes, I do get an extra mod slot, whichever assault frigate that I do choose from the faction, and I do get the ability to have that 8 to 10 seconds of invulnerability. But in the end, when you do use small weapons, that's only 2 to 3 volleys. They still can kill you. One good shot, you're dead. The name is Meatball. Hopefully you guys are finding some good fights out there in New Eden, or also you guys, I did set like 100 something jump. It says 101 to go. I actually did win a 3 versus 1 in the Vengeance, and then I did go down, so I can play it out for you right here, Anarchy, is I did kill a Thrasher fleet issue here. I managed to outsnag her and angle her with angular velocity, and then so basically I went to one of these sites, and right before I landed at the site, so within 1 AU, I saved a save spot. So it looks like I'm in the site, but I'm not. And then I warped away, holding that position, knowing that some players get super fucking pissed and ragey, and that they might have ships close by, so that they go back, reship, and come to fuck you up, which they did. They quickly reshipped into Executor navies, and they came in there thinking that I was inside the Plex, but I wasn't. I was outside the gate. So when it landed, I landed behind it and snagged it and started killing it. And then another one landed. And in an epic, crazy fight that lasted like 5 minutes, I managed to angular peel and kill them both. And then a Gnosis landed and neutered me completely out and killed me. But that's literally my choice, because the magical thing about the Vengeance that a lot of people do not know is that you can manipulate it with boosters, implants, and then use your halogen booster if you saved it, which is the most powerful boosters in the game. And they are these right here. You guys can see I have all 4 of them saved. They do not expire. I do not know when you can get other ones. I did see other Tech 3 ones drop during Twitch drops, but if I go like this and I infold it and show you guys the description, each one of them works for each one of the factions the best, and they give incredible bonuses. So if you do use this, so right here to win that fight, I did use my blue booster. So basically what went down was, before that fight even started, I used my like 10-12% cap booster or some shit from the AIR. So I get and or I think it was the recharge one. It was cap recharge. So basically, I use the implant for more cap recharge, and then I'm using the incredible boost amount of cap recharge from the Vengeance itself, and then I'm tweaking that even more with the booster, and then on top of that, I'm using the NOS too as well. So because why that's so important, you guys, and most people won't look at it in the concept that I try to explain to you guys, which is something like this. So if I go, right here, you guys, the small Nosferatu too. So if you look at the attributes, right, it's gonna give you 10 points every leech. And then if you look right here, the cycle time, where is it? 2.5 seconds. So that's super fast, basically, right? So if you heat it, it's gonna go at least 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds you get 10 leech. So every 10 seconds you get 50. The reps don't even cost around that much. So the reason why you combine this with the power of the Vengeance and those other little tactics that I said previous is any medium ship, any cruiser or battle cruiser will always have more capacitor than you, which means you can mass leech them. And it creates this static effect, which means your capacitor, if you could see it, it looks like something out of Path of Exile 2, your mana or something. It's just like it's just going up so fast that you can't even really calculate how fast it's going. If I turned everything off, it's like 2 medium newts can't break you, 3 pressure you. The reason why medium newts struggle against that type of build is because they have such a longer cycle time, which allows the cap to burn and recharge again against itself. But if you come across small newts, you're fucked, because they have a faster cycle time. And if you get one of those players that like cycles 5 newts against you, it outdoes the cap control bonus, and then it just kills you. But you can withstand the medium ones, and you can withstand the NOS. Just because what happens, and we all know, at least I do, and elder players will know, if you guys are new players to the game, take notes at what I'm going to say right now, is that when you have lower capacitor on your ship, the lower it goes, the faster it recharges. So basically, in a ship like that, with those statistical bonuses activated when they completely newt you out, literally the first bar, it's like meep, it comes back like super fast. The moment you have nothing in that build with those combinations that I explained to you guys, the moment the big newts newt you out, it's like, and then you can start repping again, and you just keep your orbit up, and then you'll have like two. Once you have like two again, click on these mods again, overheat your repper. They'll newt you out. The repper will keep going. It's actually very interesting. Or there's a small advanced over here. Also, do note, you guys, that if you do want to be a part of that massive giveaway, that all you have to do is go and comment down below to get a ticket into that giveaway. There will be 4 draws. You have to comment down below in the faction guide for 2025. One sec, I'm just doing a scan. And I'll send you guys a link for it right now. Just give me a moment here. I'm going to change my music and I alt tab to grab you the link. YouTube does have massive copyright laws, you guys, and it's very weird how the licensing does work. But all of the music and things that I do use, I do have the licensing for it. But if you don't preset it up when it does come to like live streams and stuff like that, it will deter it for around 40 to 60% of the time of the video is active. So you do lose like profit. It does nothing to me because I give all of that back to you guys as a community. But for people that it does matter to and people that try to make a living off of content creation and stuff like that, it is good to know that. So if you guys do want to be a part of that $400 draw, it will be 4 $100 draws, you guys. So remember that, and you do have to have PayPal to be able to accept it if you are a winner. So do note that is a major part of the criteria, because the moment you win, it will be instantly deposited into your account. So if you guys do want to be a part of that giveaway, the first draw will be on April 1st, and it will be 3 months after that, every draw after. Oh, look at this. These guys are gonna fuck me up, I bet. Straggler. Cape Flash behind me. Whole cloak. There's a battlefield in here, so I'm just gonna keep moving. But all you guys have to do is click that link and follow the description or the comment section below, and you will see how to get yourself involved and get a ticket. But the fastest way is just click that link and get yourselves a comment down below into that video. And you guys, truly, that video is the best guide that you could give to new players coming to the game, or players that truly want a fast understanding of the 4 main factions and how they truly operate in a PvP setting. Don't overthink it, and don't let the nerds try to make you believe that it's something more. That's truly how all of them operate. In the end, when it comes to the 4 main factions, their main damage types is a Kaldari, even though they have Omni choice on the field and can choose through the missile choice by going like this. Yeah, I can choose the damage type that I want, but their main damage type is kinetic. Minmatar is explosive, Galente is thermal, and Amar is EM. The game is pretty basic in its concept and its simplicity, but where it gets incredibly difficult is the layering of mechanics that they've applied over the decades into the game. So if you're not around from the beginning of a mechanic or the creation of something new in the game, pretty much it takes forever to learn it if they kept adding layers to it. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Alright, I'm going a little slow here. I do apologize. I'm going to start picking up the pace. I usually am an extremely fast PvP player. I do run the blitz style tactics, and I am always in the position of a wolf. Old school tactics, you guys, from back in the day. When you actually lost a ship, you want to know what you would lose? Skill points. So solo PvP was actually a legendary thing because when you lost your ship, you lost days of training. Now you lose nothing, so there's no reason to even really care. The only thing you would truly lose is the time it took you to get the value of that ship. Federation Navy Commie is probably in that scout. No. Seems shady. I just get fucking tackled by the rat. Devs. That's some dev bullshit. That rat tackled me before I even clicked the button. I see how you operate. Dumbest shit ever. That thing locked me like it was SIBO'd up. Fuck, I have to waste ammo on this dumbass thing? Alright, party on, Wayne. You guys see that? And then all of a sudden, it wasn't able to be hit for like 6 rocket. Wait, let me shoot this one. What's happening here, Johnson? That's hit. 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 See, those 4 volleys, nothing. Look at that. Interesting. Look how long that align tick was. Server's fucked. Trust me, it ain't me. Server's cooked. You guys see how long these ticks are? They're like seconds long. That comment probably won't come in play. The hamster died on the server. Alright, the system's clear. Truthfully, I don't think they really care too much about this game anymore. They're working on other projects and other things. And when I was younger, you guys, I worked for a massive steel company and I was one of the night managers that helped do the invoicing for all of the shipping and things like that. And I did work in shipping on the ocean with a couple of my family members. So basically, what I know from seeing a huge $102 million company merge with a 307 or $330 million company because the other company was dying and failing, they merged the profit reports into one report. They merged everything so that you couldn't see that the other company was shit. That's what the PA reports did recently with EVE Online. Pearl Abyss merged it so you couldn't see that it's the reports are such shit. Like you literally have on Reddit and on fucking like other content things them trying to say that EVE Online had a good quarter. Yeah, why? Because fucking all of those accounts were activated to move all of those capital ships in nullsec. In reality, if the population count is down and the botting is up when it comes to RMT real money trading, how the fuck is that profit on the fucking black? Like, how is that in the black on the books? It's not. The game is cooked, man. The population count is going down. The people that come in to test the game is going up, but the longevity is going down. And the population is even worse. The only reason why we see it high right now is because those guys were moving in nullsec, and then more multi-boxers got activated in nullsec, which made it go up like 4,000 or something like that. There literally is, you guys, this isn't propaganda, hate on the game, or anything to do with that. There literally is 14,000 bots activated in EVE Online 24/7 every fucking day of the week. It's run by some group that they call on the internet the botting mafia. They're run out of Indonesia and Asia. They were fired up around 2017, 2018, something like that. It's not just EVE Online that they're in. They're in World of Warcraft, Path of Exile, like Guild Wars 2. They're in like so many games, you guys. But EVE Online is one of their games. Hey Jay, how's it going? So right now if I look at it and if they're activated, if the population says 20,000 right now and the bot farm's activated with 14,000 bots, then there's only 6,000 active accounts in the game. So think about how many multiple accounts there are. How many people are multi-boxing, all of that crap, miners, industrialists. This is why all of us rolling around, this is why you're not seeing very much action and you find almost nothing everywhere you go. And all you see are the bots farming. It's because EVE Online's population, you guys, when you do nullify all the alternate accounts and everything away from it, it truly is just a few high schools large. That's it, man. It's like 3 to 7,000 people worldwide. Yes, people come and go and try the game, but it doesn't mean that they stay forever. It takes too much time. People don't want to put that much time in. It's a different kind of breed. What the fuck is this claw? Oh, it's not even in here. Indeed, alien. Indeed. Every zone of space is like that. Like they don't want to tell you guys, but I watched and I recorded it. 1,000 exodus of players in nullsec in 2024 in the summer. You guys probably even remember on Reddit, a bunch of the FCs and a bunch of the leaders made videos and they like said they were leaving and shit. Even one guy did it from work in his car. He had long hair and stuff like that. That guy ran his group and his coalition for like 7 years, 8 years, almost a decade or something. They all just left. So it was 1,000 people and then 700 plus left again because basically nullsec, you guys, it's unscalable, right? It's not us as the players. So basically what happens is the devs and the company fucked up. They drove their game into a longevity where they made it so the players have to live in the game. And they overpriced the value of their game. Like you guys, right now, if I were to go around and fly in a battleship and just roll around in a battleship and roam around, you know that they value that as around 20 US dollars, right? Like if you didn't grind the actual assets in game, how is that a sustainable model? Regular people don't have $20 bills to throw around, and to acquire that $20 of assets, they don't have that much time. Regular people don't have that much time. The most time a regular person has is 1 to 4 hours on a good day. So they're overscaling it. Basically, what's happening, you guys, is you have the long-term developers of the game that work for the company. They're probably worried about their jobs or something by now because of how AI and technology is going. Developers are pretty much not needed in the next decade. AI is going to take their jobs. I already know you guys because I use AI gods and things like that in server programs. Basically, what you have, you guys, is for decades and years, these developers and long-term employees, they like lived in the game. but you have to remind them that just because your life and your story and your history is in the game doesn't mean that every other person on the planet wants to live in the fucking game. Nobody does. Nobody wants to spend 8 to 10 hours a day. Nobody wants a second job. You want to know what most people on the internet call multi-boxing and EVE Online? They truly call it autism because it is. You get like to be able to sit there and run 16 to 18 to 19 accounts while your leg is twitching and your eyes are running around amok like a million miles a second. Like, man, if you're not addicted to methamphetamines, like you obviously have some kind of autism or some kind of disability to be able to sit there and do that for 10, 12, 15 hours a day because they don't do it just for like an hour or two. Like they do it like it's a lifestyle. So that in itself is actually killing the game. Like they overprice the game, they overvalue it, and they think that everyone is supposed to live in the game and that your actual progression in the game, if you don't use real money, has to sustain to like huge long moments of progression. Like I have to spend months in the game to be able to fly something. But truly, you guys, why all these players are leaving is they live in nullsec and they want huge battles, huge wars. Yes, skirmishing in EVE Online does happen and you can skirmish once in a while, but most of the fights, and a lot of you guys probably don't know this, and a lot of you guys probably won't like to hear it. But in reality, a lot of the fleet fights and a lot of things that happen in EVE Online are preset. They're not even fucking random. It's because if they don't do it, there is no content. And if they don't preset those fights in nullsec and there is no content, then they will have more members leaving. Like they literally will just leave nonstop. So basically, you have this mass exodus happening right now in nullsec, but you wouldn't really notice it because there is no feature that cleans up an inactive account. You know what I mean? So when you look at like any group in nullsec and you look at their member list when you're thinking about joining it, it'll say like thousands of players and shit, but maybe there's only like 400. So they're truly bailing. J Spade is a good time. If you guys really want to have a good time, go kill the bots. So I'll explain it to you guys. I could literally make accounts and run these guys to these specific locations where the botting farms are, and then you guys could witness it. So some of the botting farms are in nullsec. CCP does nothing about it. They don't care because you can't stop it. They either pay them. So here, long story short, you guys, South Korea is the biggest gaming company that tried to challenge the botting farms back in the day, okay? Like they truly tried to challenge it. They could not stop it. There's no way to stop it. What they learned is if you don't try to fuck with the botting farms, the bots become rampant and they're fucking everywhere where the real players can see them visually. And then that makes the players go, what the fuck is this? And they don't want to be a part of the botting game. So they're like, fuck this shit. And they leave. So the companies learned if you create something that is super fucking lucrative, but hard to get to, that is out of the regular base of players' eyes and reach and even thought process, then all the fucking bots, at least most of them, 80, 90% of them will go there and they won't bother the rest of the player base. Hence, Pochvin was born. There used to be a moment where they tried to battle the bots like South Korean companies did, but they couldn't, you guys. And you'll remember moments like this where they used to summon all the bots to like fucking Jita and we could all just shoot them crazily. It was like a turkey shoot, but then they couldn't differentiate from who's a bot and who's not because people were just reporting people for fun. You could get 100 people to report a guy and say he's a bot. Now they have to deter that he's a bot, even though he's not a bot. So basically, people were getting teleported there in their capital ships and shit and shot up. So it became a fucking logistical nightmare. So how was the other way that they tried to combat it? You guys will see this. They created NPC roaming ships. So these ships will roam around gate to gate. Sometimes they might kill you because you have bad standings with you, but they're actually not designed to kill you. What they actually fucking kill are the autopiloting bots. That's literally what they do. And then sometimes these NPC gate camps will jump into each other, and then you'll fly into a gate and you'll see the NPCs like having a little battle with each other. That's how they kill each other and clean themselves out when they spawn. So not too many auto NPC cleaning auto jumpers are spawned. See what I'm saying? These are all tactics that the company took on referring and killing the botting farms, but you can't stop it. So the only way to stop it, out of sight, out of mind. That's why most of them are in Pochven. So what I'm saying is if you guys want to get good little videos and funny things like that and good tactics, and you guys probably do see this with streamers like iWorst Player and things like that, is they do get good fights, but most of their fights, at least back in the day, were preset. So what I mean by that is if you guys are a factional warfare player, what do you see in factional warfare space when it comes to bots? You'll see algoses and vexers and things like that. The same thing occurs when you switch that into certain zones where the bots are in Pochven and in nullsec. But a certain thing happens. Now they switch that from those specific ships to Ishtars and battle cruisers and praxises. So gnosises and praxises become a major thing. So then you can go and fuck with these botting farms and just kill praxises. You can literally just fucking land in a good PvP ship and kill like 3, 4 praxises in a recorded video. And everyone watching is gonna think that you're PvPing and fucking shit up. But in reality, those aren't real people. They're just bots. See what I'm saying, you guys? Everything in EVE Online currently right now is an illusion, and the current state of the game is actually faltered and cracking and terrible. And I don't say this as a hater of the game because I love the PvP in EVE Online. I'm just a realist and I will say the reality of things, which in the end refers everything back to one of the oldest sayings in the book, which is actually carved in Latin on a temple as graffiti. The truth hurts. People don't like hearing it because it affects them as they have to face reality. So currently right now, you guys, the game is unscalable. Even the nullsec players, think of all of the decades of work that some of those people put into the game. It's even years of people's battles and things like that. They can't do anything right now because the game's not scalable. What I mean by that, you guys, is they created scarcity. Now, if you are an EVE Online player, you do have to understand and truly note to yourself that fucking endgame in EVE Online is not a made up thing or something that doesn't exist. Sorry, I have something on my phone there. It was going to turn that off when I jumped, so. All right, what I mean by that, you guys, it doesn't matter what faction you click on. It could be any one of them. It truly doesn't matter. But if I click on it right here and you see when I look at it, truly fucking endgame in EVE Online is capital ships. Whether you are an industrial player, then the jump freighter is truly your endgame. These are your endgame right here. But on top of that, it's not just, oh, I reached this ship so I can sit in it. It's you now have to engage in massive fleet battles and etc. etc. Currently in this game, it is unscalable because it takes too long to create those assets. Years, you guys. Like it takes extremely long amounts of time and huge groups of people, 500 plus, to be able to withstand the actual barrage of time that you need to gather the resources to build Titans and heavy capital ships, which means that the progression itself takes too long for it to be probable for anybody to field those things on the ship, like on the battle and lose them. Example, you guys always remember this, that if I fielded a huge fucking fleet right now and you fielded a huge fleet against me, whichever team wins, it doesn't matter. But it does with the it like the mechanics of the game is the only thing that matters in that battle, not the winner or the loser. So when you look at the mechanics as a whole of the game, whoever lost that battle is now in the fucking Stone Age. Well, I'm sitting here still in my high tower at NASA fucking preparing my next rocket launch to the moon. You literally have nothing. It will take you too long to recover. It would take you years to recover all of those assets. It would take you decades to get the Titans back. Thus, it's an unscalable game. So currently, right now, on top of that, you also have massive tie-dye, where yes, EVE Online allows you in certain moments to have huge amounts of people in a certain area fighting, but just in certain systems alone, you can get just like 1,000 people in there and tie-dye kicks in. So actually, the more people that you scale into the game itself, the less actually playable it becomes because it truly becomes fully tie-dyed and you can't do anything and it takes hours to cycle your weapon. Should go in there and try to get the Logi. So weird. I feel like there's a recon ship in there. I'm gonna trust my instincts and not go for it. Zypher, what's going on? So I hope you guys do note all of those things that I did say and take them into consideration. And remember, you guys, it's not hate on the game or anything like that. That's just what the developers and all of the shit on Reddit will make you believe. How the system works on Reddit, you guys, is they hate and shit talk anyone that goes against the values of what they think is proper in the game or anything that they're doing. They have all of these accounts and stuff like that, so they shit talk you, but it's them. Just people are just misconceptive and they think everything's legit. It's not, you guys. Like here, so let me get you guys to understand things. I'm a coder and I'm really good at SHA-2 and security layering systems and C++. Do you see how right now in our live chat I have 8 people in here, right? So we're all real. We're talking. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that EVE Online is truly a small community and that it's not something where you have hundreds of people, fucking 30,000, 50,000 subscribers. It doesn't work like that. It's very slow growing niche based community. All of those people are botting themselves, buying subscribers, buying viewpoints, all of that shit. You guys want to know why? Because it's normality to do. And how I could explain that to you guys is I could spend an entire few streams showing you guys and coding it and making you understand that most of the streamers and everything that you see and all the shit that you believe is actually a manipulative lie. Example, so right now if I coded 300, 400, or 500 bots into my own live chat right now, and I use AI to make them half sentient and make the discussion so they're all backed by what you guys call ChatGPT programs and things like that, all correlating into their own abbreviation thread. So what I want you guys to understand, imagine I pop that in right now, two, three, 400 of them, and now I tell them that the discussion is what I'm doing, what you guys say, and the topic will be EVE Online. So now these fucking AI stupid bots are now chatting amongst the fucking chat with you guys, chatting amongst themselves, and answering questions that they hear me saying. And you guys will believe that it's real. This is the dead internet theory. All you guys see why I try not to stream EVE Online on Twitch and things like that is because a lot of those guys are registered. You know what I mean? And most of them are depressed. You have like full grown men wearing full lady dresses. You have some guy drinking 24/7 and people are encouraging this and he's doing it every single day. That's not healthy, you guys. It's not healthy to be a part of that. A lot of real streamers and content creators that do like this game don't want to be a part of that stuff. This is why you guys don't get the real knowledge that EVE Online deserves. It's because it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. Hey, what's going on, Cypher? Yeah, that guy is really fucked up, man. That's pretty much all I'll say. I was trying to tell that guy the truth one time and give him $1,000 US donation and tell him to like actually go and do something healthy and stop drinking for a bit, and then he fucking banned me because I understand the game and how things are going. Do you guys want to know why I understand the game and the company a little bit more than the rest? It's not because I played for decades with my brother and like learn PvP and stuff like that. No, it's because we're actually tech investors and we don't look at things as games. We see them as entire companies as wholes and understand that it's not a game. Like we're all looking at the screen, wiggling the mouse, playing the game. I'm in a ship. Whoop, whoop. They don't look at it like that. To them, it's all about quarters, annually, profit, margins, basically population counts. We're playing the game. They're running a business. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so basically what happens, Cypher, with that type of people is what you guys have to understand when you do look at Twitch and EVE Online. This is why a lot of real content creators will not actually stream EVE Online or go near it, because in the content world, it is currently rated as SOS. It's called the Sex Offender Simulator. That's what they call it on the back end because of the Astrothy bullshit and all of that stuff done with the CSM. I don't want to get into it too much, but you guys know the backdrop of it, I'm pretty sure. So basically, because of that, they can't actually pay any real streamers to play the game. So they actually end up with like European and fucking Eastern streamers and people that have no idea of what the fuck is going on in the game. And they actually pay these people to stream and do it. In the end, that's basically like a fuck you to anybody that actually spends years streaming the game. Because why doesn't the company just throw them some money and pay them for all the time and effort that they put in and stuff like that, you know? Remember, you guys, what I say is not hate on the company. It's not hate on people. It's literally just reality. I only speak reality. If you see it in a negative light, that's just you seeing it in your own personal view. Because you'll see it negative, another person will see it positive. I only say reality, all right? That's just how it works. So basically, when you guys do look at those Twitch streamers, a lot of them are streaming and are just regular, but most of them are highly fucked up in the head, highly depressed. At least this when it comes to EVE Online, or they're basically something's going on with them. So basically, what I mean by that is when you really look at EVE Online, don't look at it as something like I'm hating on the Twitch streamers. I'm not, you guys. I'm just telling you to actually go look at it as a fucking human being. Don't look at it as like, yo, I'm gonna go watch some streamer playing EVE Online. Like, look at it as a human being watching what another human being's doing. What you guys see is not good for your game, and it's not good for growth of the game either, and it's not good for the company, because the company, what they might not understand is in 2025, the actual people that become the voices of your company are the streamers, the content creators. It's not what you pay to the advertising companies or what ads you put out or what videos you make. In the end, it truly becomes peer-to-peer content to population. That's literally how it works. So if I'm a player that doesn't play EVE Online and I come to the game, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go look up probably videos on YouTube, TikTok, things like that. I'm going to go look at a Twitch stream. What do I see when I go there? I see a fucking guy always yelling and screaming and bitching and being psychotically crazy, drinking 24/7 in his own depression. And what you see on top of that is the entire fucking community and the employees for the company actually encouraging the craziness. You guys, no real company is going to allow a streamer or a content creator to do those type of things for them or their game. So they need to take a step back and really look at it, have a talk with these guys, because it doesn't matter. On top of that, you have another guy that gives what you guys like tutorial based things on what to do in the game. But you guys, he wears women's dresses on stream. You know, whatever you want to do in your own time is all good, but you have to remember that when you're turning your camera on to play a game and become a streamer specifically for a game, you're representing that company as an individual. So you're going to show up to represent the company at the business fucking meeting wearing your grandmother's dress. That is a fucking red flag. You need to fucking come suited up in regular clothes in your fucking suit and tie. Nobody's judging you. Nobody cares that you actually do that. But you have to think about your own personal growth, what you're trying to do with your life if you actually are trying to be a content creator. That's going to stagnate you. It's going to cause you slower growth and fuck you up. So you guys have, yeah, you know who I'm talking about. So you guys have to take all of that stuff into consideration and understand it. And then if you don't watch those people, sometimes you can catch the the gay people wearing lingerie, full lingerie, just sitting there streaming EVE Online, like, hey guys, like, okay, whatever you want to do, you can do it. It's 2025. We live in a free-based society in certain places. Whatever you want to do, that's good. Do your own thing. But remember, you're just killing the game in the end, because people are going to come and they're going to see the game and they're going to click on one stream and be like, what the fuck? The fuck is this guy? This guy is psychotically crazy, drinking, screaming 24/7, fucking wearing women's clothes as well, like just psychotically crazy. And then you're like, what the fuck? Click on another stream. bunch of super old, depressed guys talking about the good old days. Click on another stream, some fucking guy that looks like he is like the autistic version of the alcoholic's cousin or his brother or something that like the hey you guys like the Goonies version of something that they like left in the basement. Like I swear they're related. And then he's sitting there doing that. And if you don't want to watch that, you can go watch full-grown men wearing girls' clothing. Do you guys think that any of that is good PR, like public relations status for a space game? Like you guys, like seriously, do you guys believe that that is good growth for the game that you all love and play? Or or am I just fucked? And I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Let me go back to doing some roaming. That's literally how it is. Remember, you guys, I do these streams and I make this content and stuff like that. I truly do it for you guys. Most of those content creators on Twitch and things like that, they're not doing it to actually make themselves a content creator or do it to truly build a community based channel. Otherwise, they wouldn't fucking do that shit. They wouldn't fucking act like that. They would act like fucking adults. They would get their shit together and they would grow what they're trying to do. Currently, what they're doing is not what they're actually seeking. You guys get what I'm saying? Aaron, there's 110 people in here. Let me out of here. I bet you there's gonna be a huge ass cap roll in here. Pilgrims everywhere. Sinos everywhere, man. The Magical Geek's just normal. He's literally just normal. He just hops on, plays Evil Line. You guys, Magical Geek. There's like a couple other ones. Magical Geek, Badman Larry, and like two other ones are the only ones that other ones that I've ever stopped in on and say what's up every once in a while when I'm doing crypto stuff. So basically, you have like you guys want like this is how crazy the community is. One time, Magical Geek is just recruiting new players that have never played the game and taking them out into factional warfare. And for like 2 hours of his stream, the fucking community was hating on him and saying he's shit because he doesn't have proper comps and fucking. This is what I'm saying, you guys. Everyone's such a hater in this game. They're all full of so much rage and hate. You guys want to know why? This is I truly figured it out. Most of these fucking people have spent decades of their lives in the game. So they actually fucking hate themselves. They hate that the game never turned out what they fucking well literally what they were sold it was going to be. It never evolved into that. It never became what they want. They spent all of this time and money blah 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 and now it's nothing. And I'm pretty sure that they're so sour about that that they just hate on everyone and everything because every interaction in EVE Online is like it's literally a fully negative interaction. Everything. It all starts negative and over time it'll turn into a nice positive experience. Literally, people will hate on somebody and then other people will join in hating on. Yeah, literally people will hate on people and then other people will join in hating on that person and then friendships are born with those people hating on that person. It's fucked up, you guys. It's actually fucked up. So those streamers, you guys, why they're all fucked up like that is most of them are trying to use your guys' game to grow what they fucked up in life. Basically, they're trying to use you guys to fucking grow for money, wealth. They think if I stream this, use this niche game, I can become a streamer, make money, stuff like that. In reality, you guys, EVE Online's a niche game. It doesn't produce good enough numbers for you to like truly make a living off of it. Like if you're in a like I can just show you guys. I could show you guys the statistics that it truly it just doesn't. It's because it's a niche community. I'll make more money off a little cat video. I'll make more money off a fat chick slipping through ice on a short than I would off of a 30-minute great EVE video. Get what I'm saying? It's just a niche community. But EVE Online has a super powerfully like supportive community, but the only downfall is the devs and the ECCP and the company and stuff like that. They just don't really see or understand how like committed and some of these people are in the game because of how much time they've spent in the game. Because they spent so much time in the game on their nothing, you guys, they will fucking argue with you and say that you're a fucking retard, you're stupid, I hate you. Fucking everybody hate this guy. This guy's shit. Go to Reddit. Fucking plow this guy. Everybody, they'll just fucking hate on you till the end of time if you go against anything, which is the game that they spent decades in doing nothing. And if you try to tell them that they're wasting their lives, they fucking rage on you and they tell you that you're shit. And that it's so crazy, you guys. I literally just roll around filming it. If you type one thing, they'll be like, "Why so mad?" You could be laughing with your family members or friends out of the game while you're playing, have tears in your eyes, having a good time, and just type a sentence, and then somebody in the game's like, "Why so mad?" It's because they're all fucking depressed, rolling around. I post stuff on Reddit all the time, man. But the trick is don't read it because it's just full of haters. It's all the people that aren't successful. Because remember, you guys, to be successful in EVE Online means you can't really be successful in life because you have to spend too much time in the game. If you spend as much time in the game as most of these people do, you'll end up like those content creators, fucking hating yourself, drinking every fucking day, not taking care of your health, not taking care of your hygiene, not really giving a fuck. And then, you'll wake up one day, next thing you know, you're wearing fucking women clothing. You know, Biden's out, Trump is in. Put the women's clothing down. All right, there's not many advanced things that I can engage. Also, you guys do remember that if you do want to be a part of that massive giveaway that I am doing, all you have to do is comment in the video, not this one. Let me drop the link for you right here. There you go. Make sure you just go and click that link right there. And you guys, that truly is the best guide that you could paste and give to anyone that asks you questions about the four main factions, how they do operate in a PvP standard setting, and basically how. Wait, where the fuck did she go? Anyways, you guys, if you do want to be a part of those draws in that giveaway, all you have to do is comment down below on that video, and then you guys will be in those giveaways. Yeah, what they did, Anarchy, was they reduced the amount of 5-man spawns, and then they made them spawn a little less. But I do believe they spawned more single spawns. If you're looking to do the small group ones with friends or the 5-man ones, they wouldn't be as good currently. But do remember, you guys, that if you do want to be a part of that draw, make sure you click that video link, comment down below. Now, remember, you guys, this video is for players that really are taking a chance as an industrial player or a minor player that want to get themselves into PvP, or new players coming to the game. So truly the best thing that you could comment down in the comments for anyone, even if you aren't worried about the giveaway yourself, but just want to give some information to a player. Because you guys, what happens in this game is everyone is so mentally fucked that if a new player coming to the game starts asking questions and then over time starts asking real fucking questions, everyone thinks that it's an alternate character or that it's a spy. So that new player gets fucked on what they're trying to learn because nobody's willing to tell them or teach them. So then they're stuck spending all their time in fucking docs and reading and watching videos and shit like that. So the best thing that you could comment on that video down below is what your best PvP tip and trick is that you have learned along the way. That way, when people do find that video and they scroll down, they will learn more in a few minutes than what weeks and weeks of these trolling fucks will give them here in the game. I can't take on all five. It's too much. Let's keep going. Maybe you guys in EVE Online, sometimes you get a lot of kills and sometimes you don't get any. Remember, when you do play the game, you guys, like actually play the game, the core design of the game is not get in any ship, go and roll around until I die. That's what the devs at CCP do, and that's what the streamers do, you guys. Okay? They do that because EVE Online isn't a heavily content driven game where sometimes it could be nothing for hours on end, and some days it could be extreme content nonstop. So for them to produce content almost at a continuous level, they have to act like they don't care, get in any ship, fly it wherever, and just do whatever until it dies. Okay? But that's not the way that the game is played. Whatever you set out to do with your friends, or even solo, or with your corporations or alliances, you truly need to make sure that you come home. That is the goal. You do not want to die at all. Today's been rough for me. I've been trying to learn solo PvP and it's been going good the past days, but man, today. Yeah, see what I mean, Zypher? Some of those days. Like, remember, you guys, when it comes to sites like Zkillboard and things like that, I'm not linked to that site, so it's not going to give specific stats. There probably is more losses there, like a couple more losses, and there's probably 10 times, nah, probably like 3 times more fucking kills than are actually on there, because I get a lot of kills sometimes, you guys, when I roam. Like, if I roam for a day, I'm going to get like 300 fucking kills. Like, legit, I'm not even kidding. So if you guys go over to my Zkill board right now under the same name as this YouTube, you'll see that yesterday I did get a shit ton of kills. As you can scroll down and see that I did get like, I think I got like 40 plus. I didn't post any of them on there. So the ones that are on there are the ones that are linked. Like the people that the moment you kill them, they go on Zkill. The ones that aren't linked are the ones that you gotta copy paste that shit. Yeah, and then if you look, Cypher, it's not one ship rules all. I use all kinds of shit. Look on the right. It'll say like what kind of ships I used. I used all kinds of shit. You had a great day today. Came across a player who was in a belt switching between a Machina. That's interesting. Was he doing it out of the Orca or was he just switching? Ah, fucking. I guess he doesn't have an ult. He's got no friends, Jay. There's a Korax here. There's only 3 in local. Nano Spirit's in here. He's a pretty good PvP, but I think he's just chilling. He's a good guy. If he is in here, he's cloaked or in some kind of recon. Yeah, currently, you guys, I haven't gotten any fights yet, but you know, it is like that sometimes. And I truly will say it that if you do use like a public tune like this one, then over time, some people just run. Literally, people type all the time, I don't want to be in a YouTube video, fucking '07. They'd be like, I watch your shit. I'm not dying today. They literally outie. Yeah, that's pretty smart. He created his own mobile station. It's pretty good. Did you fucking kill it, Jay, or what? Or were you just hanging out talking to him? Tried to kill him, and then you're like, yo, what are you doing? Also, another little trick here, you guys, when you are PvPing. So, like, look at this. Look, click your ship right here. You see this little circle? If you double click it, it opens your inventory, okay? But there's like an overlay remember file or something when you click the button or hit Alt C. So if I hit Alt C on the keyboard, if I wasn't jumping. So if I hit Alt C, it pops it up too, see? But you see right here, now I want you guys to notice something here. Let's all pay attention. Classes attention. Okay, ready? If I double click the circle, and then I want to highlight these boosters to be able to activate them really fast. Close that, double click this again, highlight it, okay? If you do Alt-C, try that tactic, not highlighted. So you guys have to remember that it only works by clicking, highlighting, minimizing, and then opening to boost and eat them, or double clicking and then doing it that way. Whichever one you set up, but Alt-C won't do it. It'll kill the code. So right now you guys see all I gotta do is click right here and my boosters are highlighted. So I just right click consume. Or you could do this. Some people do this. Make it too thick. Scroll down. Drag it where you want. You can have it on screen the whole time. I just do it this way. Meatball, you killing people, man? Yeah, lots of people don't really know that stuff. This guy's fucked. What are you doing? Alright, I'm out. Don't leave. I'm leaving. Don't leave. I'm leaving. I think she killed that other player. That's not a bot. So many people probably go and think that player is a bot. It's not. I've had a conversation with that player. She probably just seen me in local and fucking peeled to 100 and just sat there, knowing I was coming in. Fuck you. Okay, can't mess around in here. There's a multi-box. There's 2 of them in here, but he can activate 5 right away. Yeah, every time you jump, when you do that anarchy, every time you jump, look, still highlighted. Oh, I don't have it. Those things would fuck me up, I think. I'm gonna keep going. All right, guys, we're gonna go radio silent for a sec here. Get some more tea. Drinking some fresh ginger. Doing some jumping. Hopefully you guys did get some good fights out there in New Eden today, wherever you are. I'm just free jumping a bunch of jumps right now. I think I have to jump about 8, 9 jumps to get back into the PvP zone. You guys, there wasn't very much over there on that session, so see what we can find over here. Do remember, you guys, there's not very many real players in the game right now. So the thing that we are going to come across are Z-Kill warriors and the legendary basement dwellers. Other than that, probably won't find much else. I was pretty amazed how toxic the Eve community has gotten over the years. It once around 2014 to I would say around 2017, there was an inflection of really good content, nice creators. My brother was a part of that stuff, and it was like the community was more content and nice and shit like that. Now they're just like pure spiteful and hate. You guys, I couldn't even give like billions of ISK away today in a giveaway to a guy that shot me on the gate. I kept trying to open the conversation with him to give him fucking super rare skins that are worth extreme amounts of money for taking the risk to shoot me, and he kept getting madder. I was just laughing, so I kept opening more and more combos till he blocked me. That's how crazy it is, man. But if he let me type one sentence and was like, "Hey, you okay?" If I was like, "Congratulations, you won 7 to 10 billion ISK," he would be like, "Oh wow, thanks. You're such a great guy." It's getting weird out there, you guys. And don't forget, you guys, that truly EVE Online is a super small and niche committed community. It's only like 3 to 5 high schools deep worldwide. The rest are alternate accounts and bot farms, already proven. Only the EVE Online players that live in the game for decades will be in denial of the real world outside of the game, and that bots truly control their game now. And that RMT, real money trading, is like the backbone of EVE Online now. It really is, you guys. It's fucked up. And remember, no company wants it to be like that. And EVE Online isn't the only game getting fucked like this. Thousands of them are. It is what it is. Ginger tea's not bad. Make sure though, you guys, if you do want to be a part of that $400 draw, that you guys do have to go and click the link, which I'll link again right here. And all you have to do is comment on that video, you guys. And if anybody that you know is new coming to the game, or you come across any new players, go ahead and give them that video. It will teach them more in 20 plus minutes than what weeks and weeks of bullshit and hell and fucking trolling from the chats will truly produce for them. Because I've truly seen it firsthand, you guys, that when newer players that are in the game, they've been in the game for maybe like a month and a bit, basically, once they start asking real questions, everyone thinks that they're either a spy, an alt, or fucking on some kind of bullshit escapade. Eve always sucks you back in. That's the thing, is Eve is a server control based game, you guys. What that means is you guys would know this and you guys will understand this because this is going to become like normal thing in like a decade. It'll just be so normal that you won't even deny it. Creating your own games and running your own games on servers is like a normal business model now in the fucking real world. I know because we do it. So basically, what you guys have to understand about that is that EVE Online, how it's existed for so long, is it's a server-based paid game. Not that you as a player pay a monthly subscription, but me as a company, all I have to do is pay the server fee to keep the game open another month. Get what I'm saying? So maybe this month the game bleeds money and we make nothing. So we go in the red and we fucking have to pay. And then next month we fucking make 6 months worth of profit of server fees from 1 month. So now we pay the server fees, and now all the next 6 months is profit that we can invest into other little things and other little companies and other little dividends for the company itself. This is how it works. This is why EVE Online has existed for so long, and why nothing new really comes to the game. All that they really add is ships, and if you look at every fucking mechanic in the game, it's just the same old mechanic altered and tweaked and named something new. There's nothing really new that's come to the game in decades, you guys, at all. Period. The only new zone would be like Pochvin, but those are server-based zones. Those aren't even like something new. Those are like actual different zones. Zarzak, you could say Zarzak something. But they left it dead for 2 years. The only reason why they activated Zarzak was because me and other PvPers entered Zarzak and created videos and content about it and revamped it and made it popular again. Because CCP did nothing to Zarzak or the system or anything for like 2 years. The moment we started making content about it and talking about it publicly, boom, all of a sudden there's these things coming out for it. All of a sudden there's all these changes happening to it. All this stuff, you know? Every group needs a little push. And sometimes, you can make an epic little intro video which gives people a little edge and a push. What I mean is this right here. Let me load it up. I'll show you guys. This right here hyped them back up, I bet.
Welcome back, all you space lovers.
I have to change it. 1 second. Oh, I heard a gate flash behind me. Retriever. Alright, sorry, I alt tab there, you guys. It wasn't you. Okay, so remember, you guys, truly understand this. Nothing fucking happened to Zarzak or anything like that that has to do with the death list for almost 2 years until we came back and started introducing things like that and making content about it. Now remember, you guys, everyone is only human. You can make content that will actually morale boost developers to being like, yeah, let's get back into that. And this is what I mean right here with this intro, you guys. Ready? All right, you guys see this shit? This right here did it for them. Wait, can you guys hear it? I gotta keep making sure I'm jumping. Hold on, I don't want to die. Keep jumping. There's no sound? Shit. Away from me! Or I'll just link it. Alright, there, I'm good. So go ahead and click that link right there, you guys, and watch the intro to that video. That's what I believe rehyped up the developers and made them revamp Zarzak and start adding things to it because they left it barren. Nobody gave a fuck about it for almost 2 years until me and other players came back and started making content about it. Next thing you know, there's all these updates. Same with the drifter stuff. Nothing's happening with the drifters for like so long. Next thing you know, Larry comes along, starts teaching new players drifter stuff, going through the drifter holes, getting some kills, having some fun. Next thing you know, some drifter shit. You guys see what I'm saying? They follow along with what's popular. Alright, there is a bunch of people in here. I am now in the Galente and Caldari PvP side. See what we can find over here. Where's that Ferox? You guys think I could kill it? Maybe you guys, when it does come to this channel and this game right here, all of the assets from this channel does go back to you guys always in giveaways. I do play other games and stuff like that on this channel. We will get into other things, but this truly is a fully community-based channel. Everything gets back to you guys in the end. You like that little intro, didn't you? Fucking raise the hairs on the back of your neck. I'm going back. Go to Hadley's. Yeah, there's me, Anarchy. There's me and two other good content creators in this game, but the community hates us because the community is more than half of the community is socially awkward, like basically registered fedos is what we'll call them. All right, fedophiles. Basically that, you guys. So you have this huge following behind Astrothy and like them supporting him as a Fido and all of that shit. And because me and our group of players, we don't support child predators and bullshit, and we don't support kissing fucking ass to make ourselves something that we're not. And I'm only always going to be real with you guys to 1000% of whatever the fuck is happening. I'm never going to manipulate it in some altered way to try to fucking make it seem like something's better than it is. I'm just going to tell you guys straight up. And because of that factor, a lot of them fucking hate us. And we get more hate in this community than anything. But remember, you guys, it doesn't do nothing to us. I'm very well off in life. That's why I give everything back to you guys as a community. And I didn't start out that way. I earned it through hard work. So do remember that yourselves. Hell yeah, Zarzak's a good time. Yo, look, a Confessa. I was looking for that Ferox. I would try to fight that thing actually. I think I could survive maybe with one Ancil and be able to withstand on a recharge. I think I could. Every time though, I would get fully neuted out from the heavy newt. Yeah, the only downfall of Zarzak is they lock the gates. They shouldn't have did that. If you're a deathless member, you should have access to the gates no matter what. Uh, what time are you most active, Zypher? I will do some more. Those guys did have fun on that. We were running Minmatar tactics. The next one I will do, I think I'll do some Kaldari tactics. What I mean by Minmatar tactics, you guys, is our entire 5-man small little gang was all Minmatar ships, and each one of the combinations will feed off of the other ship, creating a chain, or what we like to call comically, the human centipede. Do you have good skills in the game? Are you new to the game? Remember, there is no wrong answer. Only the pieces of shit will lie to you and tell you that you have no place in the game as an alpha player. That is wrong. My brother single-handedly broke the fucking game when they introduced alpha pilots, and he was rolling around smashing everyone as an alpha. They had to revamp the system, cap the skill points, and cap it at a selective style. So whichever road you choose to go down, you cap it yourself. And basically, he taught everyone that as alpha, structure is king because you do lose percentile based bonuses when you are shield or armor versus a player who's omega. What he means by that and what I mean by that is level 3, I do believe, is max you can go, sometimes level 2 with your alpha, where if you were up against somebody that was max skilled on basic defenses, they would be level 5. So right there, you're already losing statistically resistance bonuses, where that doesn't take place or take effect when you are using structure tank, because no matter what, when you do use the damage control 2, which all the alpha pilots do have access to, it just is a flat base 60% across the board. So then alpha pilots and structure tank truly becomes king. So don't listen to anyone when they think and tell you that alphas do not have a place in the game. Currently in 2025, how it does work is because, yes, I do roam solo, but I do encourage you guys to not do it, as you should be out and rolling around socially and meeting players along the way, as it is a fully socially based sandbox shooter. So don't forget that, you guys, that when you do work together, you can make more and do more. The names are funny. Also, I got in trouble, you guys. I got an EULA report or whatever because people reported me for the name of my ship. I named my ship Pedos Hunt Farmers when I was recording a Plex video. That's literally what I fucking named my ship. Look at this is what I named my ship. But check it out. I'm gonna show you guys right there. That's what I named my fucking ship, and a bunch of people reported me and got me in trouble with a EULA strike on EVE Online. And the only people that this would offend is what kind of a person? An actual pedophile. It would offend a pedophile. Otherwise, anyone else would just laugh at it and come and shoot me anyways. It's kind of sad to see. You want to know the funny? You guys want to know the funny part about that? Is my two black buddies one system over named their ships the N words, and like 4 systems over, our other buddies had even worse names. I can't even say them on stream. None of them got reported. So they're just single-handedly singling me out because I speak the truth to you guys on how things are and how it is. And they will try to lie to you guys and say like, "Oh, propaganda, false information." That's not how it is. Garmer probably caught here. It's gonna lock me up right now. It's burning at me. If you guys don't know what a Garmer is, the Garmer, why it was designed. So in EVE Online, speed is king. So you guys do remember that, and EWAR is second. DPS and HP are the third and fourth tier zones. Why that works like that, you guys, is because how EVE Online is based. So it's a speed to application based game in the end. So basically, if you can't catch me, your DPS can't apply, which means your HP won't matter because you truly are already dead. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, ooh. Oh, he's running. So in the back in the day, you guys, snakes was like the most sought after implant set and the greatest. It truly still is, but most people don't use them as much because speed truly is king. So it was super hard to catch some of the elite. Because remember, you guys, not very many people play the game still anymore. And there was more great PvPers then, like a few years back, than there is now. They don't play anymore. Everyone retired and quit. So to catch the kiters was almost impossible for a regular based player. So they had to invent something for a noob because faction ships, you guys, give huge bonuses and can be super powerful in the hands of a skilled pilot and like a veteran, but their main bonuses are extra bonuses for newbie style players. So like if you're not good at catching fucking kiters and they're always fucking you up, well, grab a Garmer because now you double application their length. You can out-scram them, you can out-warp disrupt them, you can outshoot them. Get what I'm saying? They're designed so that you can catch up. But if you're the type of player that understands the game and then you harsh use that ship, well, you got some emotional issues at home, son. Cause you ain't never gonna get a good fight in that thing. Most likely if you're rolling around in a Garmer 24/7, they're not playing the game. They're playing Z Killboard. They lost touch of reality. They forgot that they're playing a space game and that they actually have to play the game. So what they end up playing is the third-party website where everything that they do in the game only derives to all the statistics that exist outside the game on the stat sheets. They don't give a fuck about anything that's going on in the game anymore. All they care about is literally what's happening on the third-party websites. And remember, you guys, these third-party websites do nothing for them in-game or out of game. All that it does is allow them mentally to stare at it, refresh it, and be like, "Oh my god, all that time I wasted it. Like this is good. This is why I did it." It's not good. Fuck, I can't go in there. I can't fight that guy. He'll nuke me out. Brawling is the hardest form of PvP in the game because you can fly in one direction really fast and some guy can be stupid enough to fly in your direction. You just shoot him till he's dead. That's not really skill. It's basically what nano fighting is. It just becomes speed to application. Now, when you get a bunch of people flying around, like 20, 30 people, and they're all fucking nano ganging each other, that's full on skill. But when you brawl and you get up right close in the face of your opponent and you fucking smash them and their entire group of friends, that's the best feeling. Because remember, you guys, the only way to get out is you have to survive because you truly are a brawler. So you're getting in there, you know that you may not come back, but you also know that if you like play your cards right and don't fuck up, you can make it out alive. There's nothing in here. This is Tama too. There's a bunch of allies in here. There is one of these guys. Yeah, it's all quiet. Truly, you guys, if you like, from a legendary PvPer perspective and a person that's understood the game for a long time, like you guys, if you really want truth about the game, to bring it back into the modern era, if that's truly what they're trying to do. Hold on. That Dragoon killed the Catalyst. Going in. I might not be able to kill the Dragoon. The Dragoon is super strong, you guys. Most players, they will amulet it so they have more hit points. Oh, he won. All right, he won. If I lock him up, what do you think he'll do? He killed another Garista pilot. Oh, he's already fucked up. Hey, daddy. He typed GF. I think he's gonna book it. I wish I had a fucking. I wish I had an armor repper. I would rep him. I know you guys can't see it, but in local, he was like, "Oh man, if I had a repper." I'm switching some music, guys. I'm putting on some Pantera real quick here and grab this tea. I got Pantera on. Oh shit, I drifted. Should I kill this site for him? He said he's gonna come back and he wants to pew pew. Maybe I'll go finish add this site to him. It's like more than half done. This site pretty much is like current market price, around 70 million isk. About 18 minutes it'll take you to do it. It's very profitable. If you guys are wondering what the Garista Insurgency, basically what it is, you guys, it's a PvP world event. Yeah, you could live in it like I do, but it's not like I actually live in the event like I'm in here. I'm just rolling around doing stuff for the Gristas and trying out the new things and stuff like that. Other players do live in it, but remember, anytime that it does spawn, whether it's the Grista or the Angel side, as long as you as a player has good standings, you can basically go and it's basically like in every other MMO. But remember, you guys, in EVE Online, because of the reinforcement timers, things are in progressions of days, not hours. Where in MMOs, it's in hours. Here in EVE Online, it's in days. So basically, the PvP world event is the insurgencies. It pays you to PvP in Rome. It pays you as a reward if you get kills. On top of that, as long as you win the insurgency, a lot of people forget that. It's not just an add on, it's basically a world event. Like wherever you are in the game, whatever you're doing, one weekend, maybe you and your boys jump into one of the pirate insurgency sides, push the systems to high sec, siege the systems, have fun, head home. That's what it is. People use it for ISK and stuff like that, like you make lots of money. But the true victory of the insurgency is literally pushing the corruption to stage 5 and sieging high sec. I don't know if that guy's gonna come back, but there's 2 minutes on there. Might as well sit here. It was more than half done. Usually I would never do this on a stream because it's not something that you want to do while you have an audience, right? Like who wants to stare at this timer? Dook, dook. Thought that Dragoon guy was coming back. Son of a wench. He's like, I'm ready to die. Well, I swear you guys, he wrote that look. I'm ready to die. Omni damage. No other faction has the ability to do this. What I mean by that, you guys, is I could drop this one right here and make every one of these shoot a different damage type and become omni damage. I don't think he's coming back. This guy says he's got to go rep again. The fuck?
Can you still go into like Alderant and capture Glente Caldari sites for LP? No, you can't do that as a greased pirate. You just do these sites and you can kill them. So basically like this was a firetail. It's probably gonna try to kite me. Give me a fair price. Yeah, if you look at it like this, so look, if I were to cap this site right here, and it gave me this amount, and like I sold it, I would get literally like fast sell 60 million, something like that, 62 million. So basically, if you look at this ship right here, if you're a PvPer or even trying to learn PvP and you think of losses, don't give a fuck about the losses, you guys. Z Killboard and those third-party websites aren't a real thing. Like, yeah, they're there. They were mainly created to track the ISCores in null, the leaderboards and everything else like that. That's just all mental and it's never going to be reset. And it's just for ad revenue for the guy that created the site. Nothing more. You're supposed to die in the game. You're supposed to do it many times. Like, you're going to die a shit ton of times. I think it's coming in when these came. Is it coming in now? It left. Yeah, that's what it means, Zypher. So if you look at it right here, so if you finish this site, I'll just do this one and keep moving. So if you finish this site right here, basically you get yourself a cruiser, 2 destroyers, 3 frigates. See what I mean? So you spend like a little bit of time and then you accumulate the ships that you want. So if you're a frigate runner, think about it. If you're a frigate runner, do 10 medium sites. And what will that equal? 30 frigates. Damn, you're good for a while now. Just make sure that when you guys are set out to grind, if you're not a real world money asset player and you set out to grind your in-game Omega, make sure you don't just be in the cycle loop. And what that means is don't grind for 30 days only. If you do that, you're back in the loop and now you're spending your time trying to grind again for the next 30 days unless you have a fast little niche. See what I mean? So make sure you're doing it for either like 60, 90, not just 30 days so that you give yourself some time to relax. Because if you just time it out, so like if you only get 100,000 LP as a pirate a day, that's 3 million a month. That's 6 billion ISK. That's more than enough to plex your account and get all the ships you need. And you'd have to spend like, I don't know, not that long. Oh, right at the very end. I fuck you up, man. He wanted to pew pew. I'll fuck you up. He's gonna completely nuke me out, so I gotta abuse it while I can. It's just what happens when you fight the fucking Dragoon. Before I run out of cap, you guys, I gotta make sure to ADC. It costs about a line and a half, so I should be doing it on the next newt hit, which should come in right now. I'm gonna do it now. Bap, see? Alright, I'm gonna start repping here. Remember, I'm not gonna need you guys cap here to stay alive. But I can freely rep. Alright, let's get some velocity back up here. Ooh. I think that guy might not have had a cap booster. Yeah, GF to that player, you guys. They did take the duel. So I'm just going over it right here with that player right here because they were like, that thing can't fucking tank. So I let that player know with newts, make sure to watch the enemy modules. So right here, you guys, when the enemy does hit you above your life bars, you will see the modules that are applied to you because he did completely newt me out, which means he truly could have left the field at any time and been aligned. So you do have to pay attention to that. GF. All right, you guys, I do have to grab my tea here. So 1 second.
We're back again with another.
All right, you guys, while I take this five-minute break here, each one of these faction clips on this video here, and this is the video, you guys, if you do want to be a part of the giveaway, you just have to go to this video right here and comment down below in that video, and I'll sign you guys right here. I'll send the link right now. Right there, you guys, so you can go ahead and find that video there and comment down below and get yourself involved in this giveaway. Now, you guys, in this video, I did break it into 4 little segments if you do want to skip to your faction and specific choice. So I'm gonna, as I make my tea and do take my breaks, my 4 breaks along this stream, because I am gonna keep streaming for a few more hours here, you guys. I am just gonna show you as individual, what we would say, like my breaks. I'm gonna let you guys see each of the factions play out, so you will learn what you need to know and understand about the 4 factions in the game once I do start this one. So we are gonna start it with the Kaldari ones. I'm just going to let it run, so you guys, so if I do take a little longer, I do apologize, but do enjoy this. All right, I'll be right back.
On the battlefield as your choice of ship for engagement, you do have to note to yourself how to understand the shield-based format and its resistances. And how you can get a fast understanding of that is by looking at this basic Kaldari frigate right here. Now, before we add on any of the resistance bonus, you can see that it has a flat base resistance of 50% against explosive resistance and 40% against kinetic. Now, when it does come to shield, whether it is small, medium, or large based buffer or active repping builds, that you do always have to note to yourself that the base resistances of shield is explosive and kinetic, and their weakness will be thermal and EM. So do not forget that as a Kaldari state player out on the battlefield, and always make sure that you are start choosing the correct engagements towards your shield-based profile and trying to always make sure that the enemy weapons play into that resistance. Now, the next aspect of the Caldari state that you do have to memorize and understand is how they control the type of damage that is applied out on the field, and that is by using either rockets or missiles. Now, it's not just the fact that you do have the power to control the damage type that is being applied out on the battlefield, but you do have to understand that the rocket systems are used for brawling and mid-range control and will fire faster than the light missile systems, which are used for long-range kiting and long-range control as well. Now, the Caldari state is one of the most powerful factions in the game when it does come to controlling the enemies on the battlefield, and they do this not just in the output of the damage type, but also by controlling their enemies with application. Now, once you understand in the game that the Caldari state are kings of application, you first must understand how they obtain this application, and they do this by using a stasis webifier. Now, a stasis webifier will reduce the speed of your enemy target, but also will allow you to apply full application of your explosion radius, whether it's from your rockets or your missiles. Once you do understand this, whether you are on the field as a Caldari pilot controlling your enemies with application, or you are facing any Caldari ship yourself, you do start to realize that any engagements on the field against a Caldari pilot, you will face stasis webifiers, or if you yourself are a pilot in a Caldari vessel, then make sure that you do have one as well. Now, when it does come to the four main factions here in EVE Online, each faction does have a secondary main utility that it does like to use, and each one of these secondary utilities does come from the electronic warfare side of the game. And here in the Caldari state, the electronic warfare system that they favor the most is ECM, or known as jams. Now, the basis of ECM is that you can use it towards your enemy opponent, making sure that they will not be able to lock you or apply to you any of their modules as long as the duration of the jam is active. Now, you can see right here in this basic T1 electronic frigate from the Caldari state that there is many types of ECM, i.e. jam types of utility-based combat choices that you could choose from, and each one of them does have a specific strength and weakness towards different ships. They also do apply up close and at long range. Use ECM drones, which are very powerful and in times of need can help you break away from your enemy and escape the field, or even help you win the fight. Once you do understand these basic principles of this faction in the game, and you do realize that the shield-based defensive format is the fastest repairing format and auto-regenning format in the game, and that their weaknesses are EM and thermal-based damage, and that if you do hit them hard enough, they will bleed into the armor, and noting that they are kings of application and should and always utilize the power of the webifier, and that their secondary tactic is the powerful ECM. Now that you do have a basic understanding of the Caldari state, let's get into the next faction. Alright, the next faction that we are going to take a look at now is the Galente Federation. Now, this is one of the hardest hitting factions in the game, as they do rely on getting up close and personal with their vessels, as they do use the blaster gun weapon system, which is the most hardest hitting weapon system in the game. And this faction is a structure tank faction, which also does secondary into armor, and it is also one of the rare factions in the game.
All right, mic check. I'm gonna keep roaming here. That was the Caldari state, you guys, so hopefully you did learn something there. Remember, that is the best faction guide that you can give to any new player coming to the game. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that little synapse of the quick video there. I think that video is like 20 plus minutes. But if you guys do want to be a part of that giveaway, you have to make sure... Well, what do we got going on here? I'm going for him. I'm getting a secondary point on here. I have no idea who the fuck these guys are, but I'm in. The best ship is friendship! gonna switch to Majoran. That guy's in a scythe fleet. Sentinel. Sentinel's a nightmare, man. Hold 'em, boys! This guy's getting fucked up. Ooh. You like that? I like that. Down they go. Trust no one. Trust no one. Warping away. There's a fucking other Osprey Navy landing. Shit, coming back. Oh yeah, there was the yo, what the fuck? He killed a bunch of people, huh? Oh, we only had T1 guns. Damn. Oh, I know AB, that's why. Shit, man, we got no paste. I think he took the gate. Also, those boosters that we did take, they are clean. Good little fight to come back to. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. The capsule might be AFK. I'll hit it. She's trying to run back. Got her. She was really worried about that pod for some reason. I do need to get a rep here on my ship, you guys, because it is pretty beat up. At least my weapon systems are, and I don't have any paste. I'm just gonna keep jumping. Everything in here seems friendly, so I'm out. Yo, it's Johnny Sins.
Maybe that player just didn't want to die. It's just 3 friendlies in here, so those are all allies. So I'm just gonna keep running. Still got 29 jumps booked in this zone. You guys, we did over 100 jumps in the end. Neutral. Hopefully you guys are getting some good fights out there wherever you are. Maybe you're fillying around. But if you know where those legendary little bot farm spots are, you can kill Praxises all day long. There's no point in even reporting it. They can't stop it. They know they can't. A lot of you guys, when you're bored, go research dead internet theory. It's literally how it's going. Dead internet theory means that the first layering of the internet evolves into artificial sentient. So basically it comes to a point where you can't even know if the fucking website you're looking at was like made by AI or not. Like maybe you and your wife are looking up a recipe for the evening and you're like, "Oh, let's pick this recipe," but nobody's ever really cooked that recipe because the images are AI generated and the recipe is fucking AI generated. See what I'm saying? Dead internet theory. That's how it's going right now. There's 7 people in here, but nobody's at those sites, so let's keep going. The faster we move, the faster we can see what's about. All routes in here, 1%. Impairer. Alright, man. You win. I'm out. If that loses application. That's a dead Merlin. If you go like this, you look at the EHP and be like, yeah, even if you went like this. Oh, they are Republic. That's the most it'll have it. Otherwise, mine say 5.
Okay, that's max. Because what you do is you fucking mutaplasm this. And possibly even these. The only downfall of that design is fucking Newt kills you. The most pathetic Newt in the game kills you. Fucking shitty ass Ewar kills you. Because with Caldari, you always need the power of application because they're a heavy application based faction. So taking a web away from them, bad idea. TD kills that. Newt kills that. Web control kills it. Good EHP though, yeah. Right, there's a couple targets in here. There's two of them in here. Only one of them's on scan. So we could face possible recon. This guy's old enough to be recon. That guy looks like bait. Look at him. He's left. Nice, there's a sin on scan. That a boy. Oh, there it is. It just warped. Hopefully they have some fun with that ship. But I can't get in the small navy, so I got a note there and RSC that there is two. But fuck, they also do have another one. Boosters are still good for 21 minutes. There's a catalyst in here. Safe spot. I know in the next system I can dock and do a quick repair as well because I do need one. I've been waiting a few jumps. Alright, let me go wrap up. There's a hawk here.
play some Metallica. There's like 9 people in here. Oh, where the fuck am I going? I'll do some repairs here. I got all kinds of wonk shit. I do have a cruiser around. I could go swing by and get that thing. My EM resistance right now, you guys, is like super low. So right now I don't want to engage that other hawk. If I had the other rigs, I would. But I rigged this one up specifically to kill a catalyst and things like that. Mm. I don't think there was a cruiser next door, right? Well, that's too far. That's even further. Shit. Well, no cruisers there then. Okay, mark this, swing back. Looks like a bunch of multi-boxers in here. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm trying to come back here. Go grab that cruiser. There's a bunch of destroyer gangs around here.
You think that guy was AFK? Hopefully I engage this Tristan. And that this Punisher is his friend. I would just run if I was the Tristan, so. Alright, bro. Not enough, dog. Not enough. Where's your friend? Tell him you need help, quick. Be like, bro, I got this guy. There's a Proteus outside. USS Burgers on the edge, man. I always kill everyone's pod. Fuck it. Oh, I didn't even know I was repping. I was looking at something else. My charges! It's basically like bullying. Having a newt seems crazy with all that rep. Oh, I didn't get the kill on that Thorax. And then we did get a Dragoon as well. Tristan. And I didn't get the kill mail on that Osprey Navy issue. But I was laying down some fucking DPS on that thing. So I want to get some repairs here. Right, nice. Alright, remember you guys, if you did not get yourselves into the giveaway, just click that link right there, head on over to that video, and if you find new players along the way or have friends that ask you questions about the factions or basic understandings of PvP itself, just give them that video right there and they'll learn more in 20 minutes than weeks and weeks of asshole conversations that they'll get by trollers in the game. But if you guys do want to be a part of that giveaway, just make sure that you do comment down below in that video and it will give you a ticket into the draw. The first draw will be on April 1st. If you guys do win, you do have to make sure that you have PayPal as it will be a direct deposit.
I am going to stop the stream right here, you guys. We did have a pretty decent roam on this one. Remember, you guys, some streams are more content filled than others, as EVE Online isn't a heavily based content driven game. But other than that, I hope you guys are all staying safe out there. God bless, and I'll catch you in the next